All right. Good evening, Together We Scent community. It is great to see your faces. Thank you so much for getting on with us tonight. There are a lot of you on tonight, and I know that that means that transition is a hot topic. It means that we've got some things to talk about because a new catalog is coming in a month. There's many of you that have not been through a catalog change yet. There's also many of you that have only been through one catalog change so far. And you're like, okay, wait, what are we supposed to do again? What is transition? What do we do? And so you came to the right place. This is what we're talking about tonight, is how to transition you out of the fall winter catalog and into the spring summer catalog. So great to see you. We're so glad that you're here. I meant to look and see, give me 1 second. It's been a minute since we've done announcements, and I have not updated the weekly update for all of us in the past couple days since news articles have come out. So let me just double check and make sure that we don't have any major announcements that have hit, other than the January warmer of the month, the heart, sold out, and so it has been replaced by Flower Garden with a pink light bulb. So that's on your news tab. The dryer sheets will join the laundry lineup for a limited time. So beginning February 1st, the cost will be $11 for the dryer sheets, and they will be a limited time offer. So it's while supplies last on the dryer sheets, and they will come in the fragrance clothesline. So February 1st, those are going to be available while supplies last. The Easter collection is available February 1st for early access, which typically means the bars. The rest of the products will be available starting Monday, February 26th. So that's when the Easter collection is coming, and it's super cute. If you haven't seen it yet, let's just see if this will focus. Look how cute that is. Easter collection. That tabletop warmer with the bunny with the one floppy ear is just about the cutest thing. I have to have it just because it is so darn cute. Okay, and then Every Day's a Party with the newest Scentsy Buddy. Did you guys see it? How many of you have made jokes about it? Robin's raising her hand, not to point her out. I say make jokes about it because it's a donkey. But Domingo the Donkey, $35 starting February 1st, while supplies last. And that takes us through a bunch of the announcements. Just to kick off the transition chat, all websites will be temporarily inaccessible from 12:01 a.m. to 1 a.m. Pacific time. So on Eastern time, that will be 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. On February 1st. So if there's anything that you're getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning to order on February 1st, it will be not available from 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. or 12 a.m. Pacific time to 1 a.m. Pacific time. So just calling your attention to that. Okay. So transition. What is transition? Transition is what we call the month prior to the new catalog launching. So that is the time that we spend not saying, okay, well, we're done with you fall winter and we're doing nothing with you. That's not it, because a lot of the fall winter catalog will be 10% off in the month of February. Of course, there will be a list of exclusions like licensed products and a few other things, but 10% off the fall winter catalog. And then we will transition ourselves out of fall winter and into spring summer. The new catalog will launch March 1st. at 4 o'clock, well, 3 o'clock in the morning Eastern time, unless the websites are down for an hour, but between 3 and 4 a.m. on March 1st. And this is the time when I always challenge myself when I have fall winter catalogs left over going into February. It is my challenge to myself to get those out of my hands while they're still pertinent. If you still have fall winter catalogs available to you, or not available to you, if you still have fall winter catalogs and it's March 1st, don't throw them away. Don't throw them away. You can still use those. And I guarantee, I think, Nicole, you're probably going to talk about this, so I'm going to let you. But Nicole will tell you in just a little bit what to do with those. So don't throw those away. In fact, before I tell you anything more, I'm going to let these guys, your leaders, have prepared some things about transition that they're going to tell you to get you completely up to speed on everything that you need to know. And then if anything at the end is still on my mind that hasn't been mentioned, then I'll circle back around and tell you. So, but transition means we're transitioning to the new catalog that is coming. Okay, Tammy, you want to talk to us about supplies?
Oh, absolutely. So first of all, did you guys go out and look at the new sales kits and the titles and the things that are out there? Kind of a sneak peek of what we're going to see this week. My mom is going to be so excited about that etched hummingbird warmer. I haven't even seen it, but she's been asking for one for so long. So if you haven't had a chance to go out there, go out and look at what they are advertising as the new season sales kits. It'll kind of give you a glimpse of some of the new fragrances that are out there, the laundry, the clean, the body, all of that stuff out there. But I mentioned that to say, why? Why would you order a new season sales kit? Why wouldn't you just wait until the catalog launches March 1st? Well, multiple reasons. Samples, for you to be able to get those in your hands and actually make samples to get them out to your customers. So March 1st, when it comes, you have people who want them. And so it's a great way to purchase those, have them on hand, and start getting those out to people. It's a great way to have those warmers and scents so you can get them under people's noses in a last chance first glance party. And I know we have Cindy and Robin who will talk about some of those things and how to do those. But that's another reason why you want those. Product reveals. I know a lot of us have been doing it with the Bring Back My Bars, but what a great way to get people interested. I know Anna posted on here, you can text, you can email, but it doesn't get the same reaction as going live and showing. Give them your thoughts of what you think that new warmer looks like in person, what the scent smells like, what tones you're actually smelling, even though it might be the fruity scent is more stronger than, but give them what your thoughts are on those to generate that interest. So going into March 1st, you're not starting cold. You already have people excited about it, ready to go. And so there's a couple different kits that are out there. The new season sales kit, which covers the warmers, one for the bars. You have the laundry, you have the clean, and the body. And just so people know, you can get one of each of those per consultant, and you do get PRV for that. So if you're ever questioning, why would I do it and not wait till 1 March? That's why, because you want to start using those products ahead of time. So what do we do to get ready for transition? So bright and early on the 1st, I like to get up at that time it kind of creates the excitement of it. I think getting up early is part of the transition. So what are you going to get? Obviously, you're going to order those new catalogs. Also, on that same time, we're going to be able to see the new catalog in a digital version. And so there's different things of what you can actually do. You can get the regular catalog. I'm going to give you prices of what they were for the fall. We don't know the spring, summer, but to kind of give you an idea, the spring and summer catalogs, great for the people that really want a catalog, want to be able to flip through it. Usually not the most cost effective to send to a lot of people, mail, etc. But you like to have them on hand. Those are usually $20 for $12. You can go on the cheaper route and actually do the showcase brochure. I don't actually have a copy of one, but it's an 8.5 by 11, so full sheet of paper size. The warmers are a little bit easier to see in there than the, well, look at, okay, so she's showing the
Yeah,
product list.
Nicole has the showcase brochure, except that you're blurry, Nicole.
Okay, Cindy's got the
And then Cindy's got the product list.
product list, yeah. So the product list, smaller version, great for mailing, more cost effective, great for fairs, shows where people are just walking by, cheaper to actually hand out. So those are kind of the three things. The product list have 3 packs of 50 for about $9. The showcase brochures are about 25 for $9. So you
Here,
can see
I'm
those
gonna.
are the 3 options that you have when it comes to catalogs.
All right, so Nicole, hold up that showcase brochure again to show the difference. Everybody knows what a catalog is. So
Yeah.
the showcase brochure, and then open it up. So it's large, but it's only about, what is it? 2 pages, 3 pages, 4 pages.
5 pages.
Yeah. So bigger pictures, but everything, it is, all the fluff is out of it. It is just pictures of product. So, yep. We can't hear you, Nicole.
And it doesn't
I
tell
realize
the
that.
bundle and save either.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's the condensed version, so it does cut out a lot of the fluff. It does give you the scent descriptions of things, but it is all very condensed. But it does show you all the necessities.
Yep.
So if there's somebody that likes to flip through, but maybe you don't want to send an expensive mailer, this is a good option.
And
this
those
is the product list.
those fold really nicely, Nicole. I saw you take them right out of an envelope. So that folds
Mhm.
nicely, mails nicely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, then the product list. Go ahead.
This is the product list. This is really extra super condensed. It's literally 1 sheet front and back. This one has very limited information on it. It does give you the list of all the scents. It does not give you the descriptions of the scents. So that would be a change from the catalog and the showcase brochure. But it does give you basically the Cliff Note version of everything is on this. And it also folds up nicely, fits in an envelope. I make pockets out of them to put samples in. You can do a lot with these for
Yes.
less if you're on a
And
budget.
those were the ones that Tammy said come on a pad of 50 with 3 pads in a package. And
Yeah,
those
for
are
$9.
for $9. Thanks, Nicole.
Usually, don't quote us on that price because we don't know that, but that's what they were in the fall. And so obviously much easier cost-wise to, to purchase. At least get them out under people's noses, eyes so they can see. A couple other things. Something every time we go through a transition that never fails. As soon as the catalog changes over, I have at least one consultant who says, I had a customer who's actually looking for snowberry. How come I can't order snowberry anymore? Because what did they do? They didn't look at the discontinued list, compare, and take those testers out. So they left the testers in there. The customer's smelling it. It's like, I love snowberry. They go to order it and they're like, how come I can't get it? It's because you didn't update your testers. You didn't update your testers. You still have the old testers. So it's critical for you. As soon as you, I recommend you order your testers. So 2 different types, the full kit, the complete fragrance test kit, and the transition. When would I need one? So if your testers are current right now to fall and winter 2023, all you need is a transition. Because what it's going to do, it's going to update with all of those new ones that are in the catalog that weren't in fall and winter. If it's been a couple seasons since you've updated that, it's probably better for you to get the complete set.
Mhm.
Now, the other thing that you can do is you can go back, if you've kept testers over the years, piece them together, see what ones you're missing, and see if it's more cost effective for you to order individual testers. But either way, on what you do is as soon as you get those testers, you're going to update, take out old, put in new. And that kit does not go out to anybody until that's updated. Because I guarantee you, you will find that one customer who wants that one tester that was left in there that's no longer available. So make sure you do that. So one of the critical things, fragrance tester kit update, either the full kit or the transition.
And
Any questions?
the transition set, and I'm sorry if you're about to
No.
say this, Transition set will be 20% off in February, and the spring summer catalogs will be 10% off. To purchase the actual catalog, not to be confused with the items in the fall winter catalog that are 10% off to purchase, not to be confused. To buy the physical spring summer catalog, that package will be 10% off in February. The transition tester set will be 20% off in February. So that is why we really encourage everybody to buy their supplies in the transition month, because Scentsy gives us a discount for doing so. Go ahead, Tam.
Okay. Couple other things to highlight. The stickers. A lot of people are like, why the stickers? Why the stickers? Yep, Cindy's got them right there. I don't know if you can see this, but a lot of times what we will do is somebody like Cindy else will make these that you can stick them on there and highlight the new fragrances. And so when you're sending out your flyers, whether it's the showcase brochure or the product list or the catalog, you can put one in there for them to smell all of the new fragrances. They're usually about $3 a piece. There's usually a bundle that they have with all of the new fragrances that you can order. And so it's a great way, again, to get those fragrances under somebody's nose without having to give them the tester.
Nicole,
That's one of the
hold that up
reasons
again.
why you want the stickers.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that handy dandy sheet Nicole is holding up, we will make sure to post on Together We Scent when it's available, so that you can stick the 10 new release stickers on one sheet of paper and be able to pass those out. I use those for everything. Everybody that orders from me, everybody that wants to know and asks me for a business card, they get one of these. Anything. These sheets are super valuable. Thanks, Nicole.
And I will tell you, if there is usually something that is going to sell out quickly of why we get up early, in the past, we have seen those stickers go quickly. So not saying that they will, but you want to try and get them sooner than later, if that's something that you actually want to take. And I'll highlight two other things that I think are important: the product training guide and the consultant guide. Updated, they're about $2 each. It talks about the new products, gives facts, things that you can post on your website, just to be knowledgeable about the new products that are in there. And so they updated. It's a great tool to have. I think you've seen us use this before or talk about it. I always order one of these each transition kit. The great thing, if you don't want to purchase all of those individually, they have a transition tool business kit for us at the price of about $62 that it's going to be this year. It contains like pack of the catalogs, the product list, the new release sticker bundle, the transition fragrance tester kit, and the product training guide. You can get it all for $62, and it's bundled all in one called the transition toolkit. That's all I have.
Awesome. Thank you, Tammy.
Mhm.
All right. Who's up next from our list?
So we can do parties, or we can do the Bring Back My Bar Scentsy Club. Who's on board? Jackie?
I can go. All right. So we talked a lot about the tools and everything, but what is really, really important and what could set us up for success is Scentsy Club. So with Scentsy Club, Bring Back My Bars stop on January 31st. Right now, some of them are sold out. Like, I think it was Strawberry Sweetie, Simply Patchouli, which I bought all the Simply Patchouli, so that's why it's sold out. But you can still get it through your Scentsy Club. So if you have customers that are looking for specifically like your Bring Back My Bars, you can still do a Scentsy Club. Even if they only want to do it for one time, they can subscribe to it and then go back in and get out of the club. But in the fall and winter catalog, there are fragrances that we like that are never a guarantee to come back. Like, for example, I think it was Bright Cider Life and Graham Cracker Crunch did not come back this fall and winter catalog. So if you like Winterberry Apple Tea, there's not a guarantee that it will come back in the fall of 24. So pushing Scentsy Club and telling your customers why it's so important so that you don't have what we call a Scentsy heartbreak. which it is true. Like, ask Melissa, we go raid her stash because she's got some of them that we want. But if you tell your customers, oh, you bought, I just keep saying Simply Patchouli. So you bought Simply Patchouli, you really like that one. Let me show you a Scentsy Club. At $30, you get 10% off of your order and discounted shipping. At $60, they get a half off item. Plus you earn referral points. You earn, if you refer people to join the club under your, like if you have a friend or family that you give out that information and they come and do a Scentsy Club, they get points and they can redeem them towards catalog product. So we want to make sure when we see that discontinued list, like I don't think the discontinued list has been posted yet. That will be on February 1st. So when you see that and you see your customers' favorite products and you know your people, or even like yourself, you go in there and you build your club, you go back and make sure you have those fragrances in there, because honestly, we have seen fragrances that have not come back. And then now you're in a round of Bring Back My Bars in the future, trying to vote your favorite back in. You're the only one on earth that wants that fragrance. But if you put it in your club, Scentsy guarantees that they will always make that for you. So that's why it's super important to have your own club and let your customers know about that. And then Nicole is going to tell you how you can get that information. So like if you have a customer that they really, really like Luna, I'm using that as an example, that's probably not going anywhere. And you can go back and look at those reports. So I'll let Nicole take the next part.
Yeah, so anytime we're doing a transition, thank you, Jackie, by the way. Anytime we're doing a transition, it's important to look at that list. And we didn't always have this tool available to us, so it's really awesome that Scentsy now provides it for us. It takes a little bit of the behind the scenes work out of and off of our plate to keep track of that. So I don't know about you guys, but as of today, I've been a consultant for 13 years. So when I first started, I could remember all the things and I could remember what everybody loved. And there's a lot of people I still do remember, but after a lot of years, it kind of all gets a little jumbled up. And if you don't have a really great system to keep it in order, don't worry, Scensy's got it for you. So if you go to your reporting tab of your workstation and then go to sales report, they have some amazing reports there for us. So currently what you would see on there is there's a Bring Back My Bar purchase history report. So you can see who has purchased any of the bars that came back and Bring Back My Bar this month if you click on that. There's also a spot where you can see who voted for what to come back. So you can kind of see like, oh, this person really liked that. It didn't come back this time, but like maybe it comes back another time. And then you'll be able to let them know, hey, by the way, your favorite came back. And they're going to be like, you remembered my favorite scent. You're the bee's knees. And really, Scentsy helped you do that, but you did the legwork to find it. So it's on your reporting tab under sales report. That's where you're going to see these things. The other thing is when we get that discontinuing list, which they're really quick about getting out to us. So we should see it right away on the 1st. You want to take a look at that. There will be a report there for it that tells you things are discontinuing. But there's also a report there where you can search for things. So for instance, when the 30th anniversary warmer came out for Nightmare Before Christmas, I was able to go in and click and see who all ordered Nightmare Before Christmas before. I could search for it, click all those products that made sense, and it produced a report for me for all those people. So I could reach out to them and say, hey, so-and-so, something's coming out that I think you're really going to like, and I could kind of dwindle it down to them. So transition time is a really prime time to utilize these reports. You can use them all throughout the year when we have limited time offerings, Disney products maybe that come back that we knew were out before. Maybe we can take a look at who purchased it before in that way. But the Bring Back My Bar report is fantastic because these bars may never ever come back again. Like there's no guarantee. Some of them, I couldn't tell you the last time they were brought back. And then there are some that come back often, but you just never know. You literally never know. You might have a daughter without Snowberry. That was a thing, but it came back. It came back. So it's now in Tammy's club, I'm sure. You might have that, and you want to try to avoid that Scentsy heartbreak for them. So it's just a really great tool to utilize. It's a great way to provide good customer service for your customers, but it's also helpful for your business because you can let them know, hey, this is leaving. It may never come back. but you can start a Scentsy Club. Let me show you how, let me tell you the perks about this so that you can guarantee that you always have it just in case it never comes back again. So that's kind of how the reporting works. And if you have questions about accessing it, seeing it, viewing it, using it, please feel free to reach out to me. And the idea of time and all the things we have to talk about, I'm not going to share the screen and go through that, but it is a pretty great resource for us, and it works better on your desktop or laptop computer than it does on your phone, just to forewarn you. So that's all I've got for that.
And I want to just add one thing to piggyback on what Nicole was talking about. It's always important to make note of any scent that your customer raves about. If you have a customer that raves about a particular scent to you, even if you think, oh, well, it's no big deal. She loves that scent and it's available right now. So whatever, she can order it anytime. At some point, that scent won't be available, or it'll be discontinuing, or it will be going away, or even just going away for a season. Keeping track of your customers that absolutely love a particular scent is so valuable. So valuable. It is how I got a Scentsy Club yesterday because of vanilla walnut. All because I made note there is a particular customer of mine that said, I want vanilla walnut everything always. And all I had to do was reach out to her and say, we need to get you on Scentsy Club by the end of this month to secure your vanilla walnut. And she did. But she would absolutely positively not have signed up for Scentsy Club, nor probably even known vanilla walnut was back if I didn't reach out to her. And so making sure if somebody tells you this season that cider mill is their absolute most favorite scent in the entire world, you cannot guarantee it will come back next fall. And it is a really good time next month to talk to them about Scentsy Club. So the power in remembering and keeping track of what people love can only help you, not hurt you. Okay, next.
Cindy?
Cindy Robin.
Cindy and Robin.
Cindy. I don't see her. Okay. So Cindy and I are
Sorry,
going to. Oh, go ahead. You go ahead. Go first.
no, you first, and I'll piggyback off you.
Okay. So we're going to talk to you about last chance, first glance parties. And and for those of you who don't know, what you're doing when you do those kind of parties is you are highlighting the last chance they have to get the products that are going away, and the first glance at the new stuff to build excitement. Because what you want people to do is eagerly anticipate that new catalog coming out, or eagerly anticipate getting this warmer that they've wanted for a long time because it's going away. So it's very easy to say, oh, you should have these last glance, first chance parties, but it takes a little bit of strategy. I think it takes strategy. So one of the things that you need to be doing, I think, is building a consistent excitement about what's leaving and what's coming. So if you have scheduled posts that are going out, that are talking about the things that are going away, that are highlighting the new products, I do a warmer spotlight, a product spotlight on the new stuff that's coming at least twice a week during their transition month. So all in February, you're going to see, if you're on my VIP group or on my business page, you're going to see a product spotlight. You're going to see a scent description, one a day, of the new scents that are coming or the scents that are leaving. I tend to highlight the ones that are leaving in the first half of the month and the ones that are coming in the second half of the month, so that I'm building that excitement for them, and I'm keeping track of who makes comments. If someone makes a comment on your post about, oh, that scent smells good, you need to comment back. The strategy is that you are connecting with these people. If they're commenting and you're doing nothing about it, you've just wasted an opportunity to get a host, to get a customer, or to get the scent under their nose. And so that might have been your last chance to get a hold of them as well. So showcasing the warmers, a couple new scent descriptions, schedule your posts. Not everybody can sit around and do posts all day long. I know all of us are busy. Schedule out your posts so that you have Wax Wednesdays or Warmer Wednesdays or whatever. I abandon tips during a transition month and go for product spotlights. so that I can show something new. And for example, last catalog season, we got these tabletop diffusers, right? So I made a short little video, which I hate doing, and posted that. I had 14 pre-sold before they even came out, because I did a 3-minute video talking about how cool it was and how surprised I was at how much scent it put out. So you want to build that excitement, and you want to capitalize on new things and things that are going away. When they comment, you comment, reach out. The things that are leaving, review your orders. They're just talking about reports. Review the orders, review reports for the scents that are going away. Look back at your notes to see who made a comment of, oh, I love that. I don't know, the mallard warmer. Say the mallard warmer is going to go away. Oh, I love that mallard warmer. My dad would love that. But they held off. Now's the time to reach back out and say, hey, that mallard warmer you wanted for your dad is 10% off. If you host for me, you might be able to get it for free for your dad. So every comment that they make can be turned into an order, which can be turned into a party. Last chance, first glance. Use the warmer of the month as a lure. That little shamrock, the little hat, leprechaun hat warmer is so cute. I've had more people comment on that. You bet I reached out to every single one of them about hosting in February, because it's 10% off, and so is just about everything else in the catalog. Use those conversations to build excitement, and then ask. You guys, it's very easy to say that we need to be having first chance, last glance parties, whatever. But if you're not asking your customers, if you're not asking your siblings or your work friends or whatever to host for you, you're never going to have those hosts. So take a chance, put yourself out there and say, I'm excited. Share your excitement, because you may think you look weird when you're excited about a product, but you don't. You look enthusiastic and committed to what you're doing, and your customers are going to see that. So, and then get those catalogs out. Here's the cool thing. You want to do a first chance, last glance. These little bags that we had will fit testers, one new catalog, a couple of old catalogs, and you can mix and match. Okay? Cindy, your turn.
Yeah, you don't have to put every single tester in there. You can kind of split them up to make more of a bag party to hand out too. So I kind of do the same thing that Robin is saying. I usually ask about 5 people almost every day during the week about hosting. What's the worst they can say is no, right? I mean, but you'll be surprised at who will actually host, actually wants to earn free and half price, but you don't know if you don't ask. So and then I usually host my own first or last chance first glance party of my own, but then in my VIP page. But I also ask, I start with my VIP customers who are purchasing from me, weekly. I ask them first to host, and then I kind of go down the line of who has ordered recently. And like I said, I'm asking about 5 people every day about hosting. And then I usually do it like the last week and a half of the month and into the week of the transition. So like the last week of February, I just highlight last chance stuff in their parties. And then I highlight first glance of stuff that's released like the first week of March. And then they know, as the hostess, like they'll be using their rewards on the new catalog only. If there's anything they want last chance, they can go on and order from their own party with that the party that they're hosting, and earn rewards themselves too. So that's kind of how I do mine. But yes, I'm also highlighting things that are leaving. As far as warmers, what's 10% off through the whole month, even the bundle and saves. And then also the fragrances, and then kind of like cohering that into Scentsy Club too. When they're ordering their favorite fragrances that are being discontinued, I'm trying to get them into the club too. So kind of the same way that Robin does hers.
Does anybody have any questions? I know, Nicole, you were gonna Melissa talked about it. You were gonna highlight what to do with your catalogs if you have any of the fall and winter hanging around. Don't throw them out, but what are some of your ideas?
Yeah, so, and then maybe from here, Cindy and I can talk about our mailings or whatever, if that works out too.
Yeah.
So I sometimes will go through a crap ton of supplies, product lists, showcase brochures, and even catalogs that I showed you earlier. And sometimes you go through them really quickly and then you're like, oh crap, I gotta order more. And then at the end of the season, you're like, shoot, I've still got 10 catalogs. I still have a bunch of product lists or whatever it might be that you have on hand. The worst thing you can do is throw it away. That's literally throwing money out the window. So what I recommend you do, there's a couple of things you can do. You can just put a Post-it note on it, or if you have any random sticker, you can write a little note. This isn't the most current, up-to-date catalog, but reach out to me to see what's available and put your link on it, put your phone number on it. I shared it with Melissa earlier today, but I will also put it on the team page. I use stickers. I created stickers on avery.com. And it's the one that's 10 to a page that a lot of samples are already created on too. And it has my QR code, it has a little picture of me, and it says, I will read it to you. It says, this is not the most up-to-date catalog, but that's okay. Scan the code and see what is new. Then reach out to me. I can't wait to help you. And it has my link, my phone number, my email address, and then the QR code that they can easily scan, depending on what their favorite method of reach out is. So it just lets them know, hey, this isn't the most current. It's not what's happening at the moment, but I'm happy to give it to you. So just a way to kind of get it out there on people's hands, get people interested, get questions asked about it, but then you're still utilizing those items and not just tossing them away. So that's what I do. And it's been really helpful because it never fails, no matter how hard I try. I always have extra things at the end of the season, and I don't like to throw them out. Same, I guess, I don't think anybody else is talking about this. Same thing goes for your testers. I always get at least a transition set. Usually I get a couple because I can easily get them out in people's hands for parties. But over time, when scents get discontinued, they sit there, they collect dust, they pile up however you want to display them in a glass jar, whatever that might be. But I like to put them, use them as samples to give to people and create a sticker also that says, hey, these might not be currently available, but if you like them, let me know. Or to see what's currently available, let me, take a look and put my QR code. So just another way of using what you have that might not be current, but it's like getting the scent under their noses. It's getting them familiar with it. It's letting them see what was available. If they reach out to you and say, hey, I really like that red cedar and sage that was in my scent. Is there any way I can get a hold of that? A, you can check out with the team and see if anybody has it, but B, when it comes back around and it's available to bring back my bar, you can say, hey, I know you got the sample and it wasn't available then, but it's back now. Let's grab you some, let's get you in the club. So that's something else that you can do with all of your extra testers when you start accumulating them. Should I go into the mailing? Okay. Something else that you want to do also is make sure you're reaching out to your customers. And I am a big proponent of keeping it simple and trying to keep it as inexpensive as possible. Because if I personally am reaching both of those things, I can reach more people. So that's my thought process on things. So there's a few ways that you can do that. I know we talked about these earlier with the scent stickers. This is a really easy way to very affordably get a lot of scents under people's noses. I mean, they have 10 scents right here as a sample. Plus, if you do the warmer and scent of the month flyer with that sticker, or even just stick a scent sticker on the back when you seal it up, it's going to add a little bit of flair to your envelope, but it's also going to get an 11th scent under their nose. So that doesn't require you to make any samples at all. So here's some options that I have, ranging from the least expensive to the most expensive option. And you can add way more to this too. I think Cindy's going to talk about a few extra things that I'm not going to touch on, but to keep it super simple, back to the basics. Envelope like this, I like to do colored envelopes because they draw a little more attention than white ones. Fold up the product list. The warmer and scent of the month flyer. This just simply has the sticker right inside here. There's no sample attached to it, nothing. It just has a sticker there. And then also I took this sheet and folded it in half the long way. The hot dog way, is that what they taught us in elementary school? And I'll stick it right inside this envelope. I'll probably put a sticker on it somewhere. I'll seal it with another scent sticker that I might have on hand. May or may not be current, but that's okay. It gets people excited. I'll pop a QR code sticker on there somewhere so they can get to my website easier. And then that's what I will do with that one. That one, literally one stamp. No big deal, one stamp. For a little bit more in postage, but not much, you can do the product showcase list, showcase brochure. With one of these, it folds up really nicely in half, like I showed you earlier, right? And put the list in here. And when I do mine, I add my QR code to it. So that's something you can do if you want to. That just allows people to get to your site. I sticker everything, make sure your information's on it. It doesn't have to be a sticker. It can be just handwritten, but you never know whose hands it's going to get into. And then I'll do another warmer and scent of the month. Put that in there. And again, I'll throw that into a nice colorful envelope. The third option using the same envelope is to use a catalog, just to substitute a catalog in place of the showcase brochure or the product list. And I might do that for repeat hosts, really good customers. If somebody is hosting, like that might be what's in their packet that I'm sending to them, as opposed to the less expensive options. But that one's obviously going to cost you a little bit more. Again, my sticker is also on there. You want to make sure everything is labeled with your information. Other things I like to include, but I don't have one to show you at this time, are things like as we're transitioning and I get a chance to smell some of the new scents, I see the stickers, I know what's happening, I've looked and paged through the catalog, I can make like a cute little flyer, and you can do it on cardstock or regular paper, matters not. And I just highlight some of my favorite products. So I might create my own like highlighted 6-pack of bars, certain products that I'm super pumped about, or things that I want to see move or sell. Things that maybe speak to me more than they might speak to Tammy or speak to Melissa. I might include them on there with pictures and things like that, just so they can kind of get a sneak peek at what is in there. Sometimes I'll include page numbers just to kind of push them in that direction, but that's kind of what I do. Something else I like to do, and I don't know if it makes a difference or not, but Club is growing, is I intentionally will put the scent list on the Scentsy Club page. So I will open it and like put it there so they hopefully see it at least once. That's just what I do. So that's it. Do you want to take the floor, Cindy? Or does anybody have any questions so far? Should ask that too.
Yeah. Can you repeat that last thing you said? The scent list on the Scentsy Club page? That didn't make sense to me.
Yeah, so these stickers, the sticker page, I will intentionally open up the catalog if I'm sending them a catalog, or if I'm giving them a catalog in person, I will intentionally open the catalog up to that page and put the stickers there. Because then I figure if nothing else, I mean, there's a chance they just pull it out, but a lot of people will actually open it and then it's right there. So it's just something I do, a little quirk,
Thank you.
I guess. You're welcome.
Okay, so I kind of do kind of what Nicole does too. I try to keep it simple. I don't usually send out catalogs at all unless a customer actually requests one, or if they are doing like an individual order that I'm placing for them, you can attach a catalog to that for what is it, $1, I think. So I'll do that a lot of the times. But normally I'll just do the product list. So my customers actually really do like these. They like to circle things for their wish list. And you can even make like a game out of it. If you are sending these to people, you can ask them to circle and send them your wish list. And you can even try to book a party off of that. So that's the product list. I always send a Scentsy Club card. So kind of introducing the Scentsy Club if they're not already a Scentsy Club member. I'll put that in there. I do the sticker sheet like Nicole was showing. I just don't have any left for this season. And then always including a join brochure And I have this little card made that says the top 10 reasons to join Scentsy. And then usually I'll include, so that's usually like my initial, but then when I'm sending them, oh, and I'm sorry, the postcard, I have like the postcard instead of like the monthly special brochure. I do like a postcard, and then I'll put the scratch and sniff sticker on the back here. But then I always send thank you mail too. So I'll include a thank you card with my thank you mail, and I'll do like another, you can get these in the consultant store, and I'll just throw 3 other scent stickers on there that aren't like new releases, just to get 3 more scents under their nose. And then I always include a like brag tag postcard. You can totally make this into a sticker and slap that on the front of it. But when I'm sending thank you mail, I want them to, you know, brag about their products and tag me, because it reaches more people to know that I'm the one that is getting them their Scentsy. So that's kind of what I do. I always keep it simple. I try not to spend too much on mail because it does add up. And the postcards I'll even send to my customers that have purchased in the last 90 days. So I usually just send these with a postcard stamp. So that's like the cheapest, and I'm getting the specials out to them because some of my customers aren't always on social media. So I'm getting this out to them and getting the scent of the month under their nose every single month. So it's definitely helped in reorders from those customers too. And then of course you can always send out a scent circle in your thank you mail too. This only uses 1 stamp in the envelopes, that kind of like Nicole was showing. I always buy bulk envelopes in multiple colors too, because it's kind of like flashy in the mail. So you can put that in there as well. So that's pretty much what I do with my mailers. Any questions?
Yes, Cindy, where do you get your monthly postcards made? That was a question dropped in the chat.
So they're made in Canva, and I forget who shares these, but if you're in like the Canva group and you're using Canva, you can just reopen it and change the codes to yours. And I print them to Staples because it's cheaper for how many I'm getting, but you can totally print them right at home if you're using your own printer.
Yep. The Canva page is Canva Boss Babes, I believe is what the name of the page is. And if you ask to join that group page, so many of the things that you see, you don't have to create yourself. Somebody has created it already. And the beautiful thing with Canva is when you click the link, it drops that template right in for you to edit, like Cindy was saying. And so don't think that the things that you see, you have to recreate the wheel. Almost every single thing I've seen tonight that's been shared is either something that Scentsy offers or something that somebody has created that, or something similar to it has been created that you can use. So it's all about, go ahead.
Say, I know Cindy mentioned the price of the scent circle, 1 stamp. Just be careful. It varies from post office. I know a lot of people just recently were sharing that that's gone up to $1.20 per scent circle. And I know that varies from post office on how they actually get it, but I don't want people to think, oh my God, that's always, there's recently been some discussion of people who have always mailed those now go into 120. So just check it out.
I was going to say my one post office near me is very strict and the other one isn't as strict. So they really focus on the thickness. So if you're going to put a scent circle in, maybe don't include a lot of other fluff in there too to make it thicker. And I also, when I send those, use non-machinable stamps. So far, I haven't had anything sent back to me, but those are also not the same price as a regular smaller stamp. So no, I haven't sent any in a little bit. So I'll let you guys know if I get nabbed. But if you do non-machinable, I've found that helps because then it doesn't go through that machine and get caught. So hopefully that helps, but that's also more expensive than just a normal stamp.
I usually only send the scent circle usually by itself, and I'll put like a thank you sticker across it. So I'm not usually sending it with a ton of stuff. Sometimes the monthly flyer, but that's it. Like I'm not packing the envelope full. So
Is
Okay.
there any other questions? No? Melissa, do you want to wrap it up?
Can
Let's
I
wrap it
say
up.
something about
So,
that?
oh, go ahead.
I sent those scent circles in Christmas cards to my cousins in the South. And what is the stamp that you get that's for everything?
The forever stamp?
Yeah, forever stamp. And every one of them got them, no issue.
All depends on the post office.
Mhm.
It just all depends. Some make it through, some don't, and it just depends.
Well,
It
when
just
you
depends.
take like to the post office and just put them in the slot because you've already got everything on it, they still go through the machine.
They do. They still go through the machine. And what'll happen is your receiver may get a post-it note on their envelope that says you owe $1, you owe 70 cents, or you owe, something in addition. So, or sometimes it gets returned to you with a note that says you owe an
Insufficient.
additional 70 cents to send this or whatever it is. It just kind of depends.
I got lucky then because I sent out quite a few. And I'm thinking maybe in the Christmas card, holding it more in to where it doesn't look as
Yep.
bulky.
Could be.
So it could have been, hey, I got it. I know they weren't charged because I asked.
Yep. Yeah.
So-
Just depends.
Okay.
Depends.
That's what I wanted to know.
Okay, so I know that we're going to do a drawing for tonight. So Rand is going to do that very last. Couple things. Thank you to everybody that shared tonight. I know somebody dropped in the chat. Laura said this was all very helpful. So good. I'm so glad. Thank you for you guys getting on tonight. Tomorrow we have our virtual work hours, which we call virtual cubicles. So if you are available beginning at 10 a.m. Eastern time, it'll be at this very same Zoom link. You can get on. There's a bunch of us that we work together or we work on what we need to work on, but then we are still working. You don't feel alone because we're here on Zoom and we're getting stuff done. So that will happen tomorrow. Then next week's call, we will be talking about SFR because SFR, that's convention. SFR registration will open up in February. Registration for SFR is also criteria number 2 for the 12-month incentive. They did just open up that you either register for in-person SFR or register for virtual SFR. Counts for the incentive. So that's exciting. Of course, we want to see as many of you as we possibly can in Orlando, but we are going to be talking about that next Tuesday night, giving you an idea of what to expect, and then also sharing with you things that we've taken away from SFR. And so that will be that. In addition to that call next Tuesday, there will be a post that goes on the Together We Scent page that asks if you are intending or wanting or planning on attending SFR, for you to comment in that thread so that we can start to see who is thinking about going, because it would be our hope to try to link people up either for carpooling, for travel plans, for room and board, to cut costs down, and things like that. So getting an idea of who's planning on attending so that we can kind of help. I do this like you all are a snowball and we just kind of want to put you together. So anyhow, so lots of great things are coming, but that's what we'll be talking about this week leading into next Tuesday night's call. Did I forget anything, Tammy?
No, I think we hit them all.
Okay. One last little plug. If you saw the post on Together We Scent, or maybe you missed it, but Tammy posted at the end of last week. Tammy, do you want to plug it while we're
No,
live?
go ahead. I'll
Okay.
let you.
So there's 2 days left, 1 day left in January, because we as a group are rolling out a new 12-month recognition incentive for 2024, where we will be recognizing many people on a monthly basis with custom stickers that are exclusive solely to this group. No one else in Scentsy will have these stickers. And so you get the bragging rights, and you also get the motivation to collect as many of them as you possibly can. But January's, we've got 1 day left. So January stickers will go out in the beginning of February. And we are really, 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 really excited about that. And if you're attending a world tour coming up, you will be receiving one of the World Tour collection stickers to add to your collection for 2024. We are pumped about this. And so, yeah, so wanted to make sure that you knew about that. So not only is Scentsy running the 12-month incentive for you, we are also running a 12-month recognition program alongside of it. And it's not just for top performers, even though it's called Top Performer Recognition. Those that show up to Zoom, those that are active in the Facebook community, we're paying attention to everyone. And so it isn't just for selling the highest on how you get a sticker. There are other things that go into taken into account. Your director can nominate you to take one of those spots for the month. So anyway, it's open to everybody for the possibility and to achieve that. And we're excited about it. Okay, so Rand, tell us who's our Zoom winner for tonight.
All right, here we go. All right, Jen McAllister.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, great to see your face, Jen. All right, you guys, great to see all of you. Thank you so much for spending Tuesday night with us. We appreciate you. Have a great evening.